Hi everyone, I'm going to be making chicken wings today. I've taken the smaller part of chicken wings, that's exactly 1 kg. I shall be baking this today and making a sauce on the side to add to that later. These are the ingredients I'm going to be using to season the chicken wings with. So let's get started. Wash and pat dry 1 kg of small pieces of chicken wings. You can use the two-sided ones as well. I just think that this recipe calls for the smaller pieces because it will cook much faster in the oven. I'm going to season that with the required amount of salt and pepper. I'm going to be using 2 tablespoons of baking powder, a teaspoon and a half of oregano dried leaves, some paprika powder, and I'm just going to sprinkle a little bit of olive oil on top. Mix that and set it aside. And that's what it should look like. Let's get our hands dirty now. Mix it well. I don't think we need to marinate it if you have time, but I don't. So I'm just going to mix it well, lay it onto that tray and bake it. In the meantime, I want you to preheat the oven. There are about 46 pieces in this. I've laid it out and I'm just going to put it in the oven. 200 degrees, both top and bottom heat on. I shall time this and tell you, but I'm thinking approximately half an hour to 40 minutes. And while that cooks in the oven, I just wanted to experiment with a new type of sauce. What I've done is I've used 1 cup of chili sauce and I've added about 4 tablespoons of regular butter and 1.5 tablespoon of garlic powder. I'm going to melt the butter, mix this, and I shall see if I need to add any of the seasoning. Another idea I had was to add a little bit of Worcestershire sauce. I'll let you know if I do. It's really yummy. It's tangy, it's salty, it's got enough chili. I love the garlic in it. I think I'm going to add maybe a little bit of more chilies because it wasn't spicy enough for me, but it's pretty good the way it is. So just a little bit of chilies. I'm going to add some flakes. I've added the flakes. It's come to a boil. I'm going to turn it off and let's check how the chicken is doing. This is yummy. I think 15 minutes is halfway through, so I'm going to take it out, flip the side. I flipped the sides and I'm just going to baste it. I could have used a brush, but I feel like sauce will fall through the brush. You get my point. See, after I baste it, I'll see if the sauce was less and then I'll make more, but I have a feeling it'll cover it all. It's all about trial and error, guys. This is the first time I'm making it. I've been thinking about this recipe since my son requested it when we were in New York. I'd had this somewhere. Bring it back in the oven. So where I had it, they had served it with celery and a really nice blue cheese sauce. That sauce I'm going to make one day. Putting it back in the oven for at least 15 minutes. And this is done. So it's taken about 15 minutes the first time round, then I flipped it, and then 35 minutes the second time round. So a total of 50 minutes. 20 minutes more than I had expected. I'm going to be pouring the sauce onto this and serving it. And this is ready. We're just going to try it. Come on, guys.